a 14-point game.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen a little highlight of it, let's say, at the beginning of the third, when Latvia has raised the intensity defensively and put Swedish team a little bit under the pressure. But again, it comes to the point that I don't think they are consistent enough. I don't think they have any more power left to carry on all 40 minutes, because if you play Swedish team who really loves to run, you need to keep it up all 40 minutes.
So Sweden with possession at the start of this final 10 minutes of action for these two teams here in Riga. One of those teams will have a lot more action to think about in Belgrade on Thursday. Lama goes up off the glass, little floater, gets her own rebound, and again, missed opportunities for Latvia. They forced a missed shot, didn't get the rebound, and Leme's having her best game of the competition, 12 points personal. Big to big, finish on this side of the ring as Brumane picks up another 2. She goes to 8 personal, turnover, exactful. Milbury takes the 3 and rings it in and out.
And again, we see a Swedish team attacking a 5-set players defensively for Latvia. I think you really want to challenge them before they even have time to all go together.
Well, Zibox wants to travel. The crowd wants to travel. The referee's called a foul for Eldring, which there was. It's not, I'm not sure how many steps it took her to get to the foul, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But I kind of have a feeling that the Swedish side right now, they don't want to really risk anything. They just want to play a time, even though it's never too good to play time too early. But I think they still believe that they can get enough from 5 against 5 for this last quarter to bring this game to the winning end. So I think what we see in the first half from Swedish team was really every possible opportunity to take the run the floor, but right now I think they really do protect their ball and not risking anything. So the difference margin is 20. The margin is 20 points, and that's still quite a lot for Latvia to challenge. And I think unless Latvia is going to come up the floor and they'll put the pressure defensively on Swedish team, I don't see them winning, but we will see. It's still a whole quarter ahead of us, and anything can happen with the home crowd behind your back.
But they need to score, and they need to score consistently, and they can't take shots like that. Eldering leads the break. Sweden don't have to just run and gun, but if they're balanced, they've got to put it up because they can get those opportunities off the glass. But Garrity again, he's really doing a nice job. Keeping it alive on the glass. Latvia dodge a bullet. They trail by 21. Pulvari puts it on the floor. Gets to the far side of the ring and throws a pass up to the far side on the other side. And Sklovmani misses.
And again, it's not that there's no position. It just comes again missing the open shots here. No one's guarding Sklovmani on that easy shot, really 1 meter away from the rim.
Elderbrink will advance the basketball. Just over 8 minutes left in this quarter-final, or playoff to get to the quarter-final. Nice move. Gary goes to the far side of the ring. Well, there's a player on this Swedish team that's steeped in Swedish basketball history. It's McGarity. Mother played with the national team. Brother played with the national team. Jakobsoni for 3. It's good. Father was a pro. Now she is a WNBA player.
Yeah,
not a bad little pedigree.
Absolutely, and she has to adjust to the senior level.
Elderbrink, great work by the Ellen on the far side. The 3-3 was short.
Yeah, and this is the player we're talking about, Regan Margariti. Never easy transition, but where else to pick up these experiences than at Eurobasket?
Kreslina, who's just not really got it going and almost turns it over. Referee was a bit not sure. But got it right. Well, she's always going to get it right because she's the person deciding. 7:20 to go, 20-point game. Sweden got up in that second period and have never looked back. Sony, repositioned screen, lines up the three, is no good. There's a whistle on the play.
Yeah, I think obviously now it's last quarter, but full game, the Swedish tactic is to cut Elina Di Carlaco completely off the board. The defense really doesn't look even where the ball is.
Elderbrink will skip it. Lemon lines up the three, and he's short. McGarity gets it alive, and Elderbrink has a new full team to work with.
Yeah, when you play a zone defense, you really have to look and pick up the player on the rebound, because again, that's 13 offensive rebound for Swedish team.
Garrity with a big-time rebound and fights for it, gets the foul. That'll be the full team foul on Latvia.
So 11 rebounds from Riga Margariti, and if she's not a scoring leader, she definitely has quite clear role to fight on the glass, and that's just what she's doing today.
Goes up, off the glass, doesn't get the drop. Another example of that physicality. Here's Diliaku, puts it on the floor, tries to turn the corner. Needs a pass, finds one. Blumani looks underneath, no options. Certainly goes a little give and go action. Turnaround is tough and scrapes the far side of the ring. And a really very solid, successful period of the women's national team in Latvia maybe coming to, maybe interrupted here. Lamar travels. World Cup qualification, top qualification in last Eurobasket. Success in a number of qualification and final rounds. And they will not get to the quarterfinals if they lose here. With 6 minutes to go, still 20 points down.
I have to say, I have been quite impressed by Latvian performance in the group phase, because obviously they have been struggling with big absences within their roster prior to this championship, and then still they show that they can really challenge the top teams in Europe.
And the three just will not drop for Yugoslav Mane. So he goes high-low, Halverson, solid. That little combination has been effective again tonight. Yaku, little hesitation, tries to get deep, needs a pass, little scoop pass is blocked. And Halverson just adds to Monika's woes on the night. Oh, mishandled by Elderbrink. Yaku goes up, is fouled by Elderbrink. Halfway through this fourth quarter.
That possible assist from Elina Di Carlaco and Monika, and she really needs to count that the block is coming and really use your body to create a space for your easy layup, because this has been 2 points.
We're just going to check this for an unsportsmanlike. Well, that's one of those where you could argue Elderbrink's going for the ball.
And the time.
I think you could, but interesting to see. I'm disappointed if they call it unsportsmanlike. They call it unsportsmanlike. I can see why.
Yeah.
Because there was no real option to play the ball.
Yeah, I think what Elina Di Carlaco done great was that movement of the ball in the layup. And I think Frida Elderbrink, she wanted to go for the ball, but the movement of Elena's arms just made her to show that she hit the arm first.
I mean, my only disappointment, if that's the right phrase, is that we've seen a lot more what are unsportsmanlike fouls, not called or not reviewed by the officials here. But then again, as we said before, we've got 3 good ones, very good officials on this game, took their time, went with solid technology, make the call. Iliaku curls Luka with the long 2, and is no good, and she's still field goalless. Halverson, now big to big. Well, they blew the layup, and they'll retain possession.
And again, we've seen great court vision from both bigs because they exactly know where they are. And Halverson and Zoe has been exceptional, that cooperation of these two in the court. I think that's something that Youngs needs to learn.
Zoe, outside the 3, moves it on to 3 to Elderbrink. Stops, fires up the long 2, and he's had the Elderbrinks have been very, very solid on that type of range tonight. That puts her on to 16 personal. Last night, it was her sister.
There's another trash talk right now because the officials have called a foul on Zoe, and she didn't like that call, so she started to comment that, and straight away after came that technical for this experienced player.
Well, she made a comment, made some noise, should we say, earlier on towards Rumane after a foul, and I think genuinely they're like, what are they, 4.5 minutes away from a quarterfinal of Eurobasket women. And I think she's just very emotional in the moment, but this still doesn't excuse if you start trash talking things. No place for it. Never should be. And the referees, if they called it for that, then you've got to applaud them. Iliaku gets to the lane, doesn't get the drop, and she just so needed the 3-point play. It's great to see. She just doesn't give up. She's just relentless in her effort.
No, but she's that type of player that she knows what they played for, and they play the home championship. And obviously, if you've done so many points, and if you don't perform as much as they done in today's game, all you have to give is your heart, and really leave with your head up, and that's what she's doing.
Well, she goes to 11 points personal. She's got another game in double digits. I think that's 12. Don't think she's too keen to go out. But Nina checks in for her first action of the game. 2-3 zone still by Latvia. Offensive foul called. Halverson just took out the back of the zone. And Kreslina took full force of Halverson. And that is a force.
Yeah, and another offensive foul from Halverson, yeah.
No, there you go.
The elbow way too high, and once it's in the face of the player, quite clear call. They're personal, and I think officials are checking if there has been any intention or not, but
I would be genuinely disappointed if that
would be, no, that has been a simple swim move for Big to get open, but unfortunately that arm didn't go far enough to miss that face of the player, and it just ended up right in there. Oh.
Well, to me, even on the replay, it looked like she was just trying to get her elbow over the top. And even if she didn't do it very well, she was still making an action to post up.
Yeah.
So therefore, it may well be an offensive foul, but it's not like she's elbowed as such. But I'm sure the officials will explain that one to us. If we ask.
Yeah. what's important, another 2 points for Latvian team and possession.
And now it's a 17-point game. Is there light at the end of the tunnel? The 2 here would make life a little interesting. Monika needs to score for the first time tonight, and doesn't. And she's having one of those nights. She had a great night in the win over Ukraine, and she's as good as she was then. She's struggled tonight. It's been, because she is one of those players that could be a real future option for Latvia.
Yeah, absolutely. But shooting 10-0 from, let's say, 1 meter away from the rim. Oh, great.
It's like, hey, sister, she said, you had 18 last night, I'm having 18 tonight. She goes on to 18 personal with 3:27 to go. As we've said before, there must be a very proud family sitting in the crowd here, almost certainly, with those 2.
Yeah, it seems like both sisters just not running out of gas. They just keep going, and they're reading the defenders as well, really well. And it's such good when the players have a long distance shot, and also they are so strong into penetration. And that's a tough task for defenders to really guard if the player is such a variable.
Well, Francois Gomez wants to take a timeout with 3:20 to go. That's his second timeout of the half. He's up 19 with 3:20. Now, obviously, he's got his mind on, I'm pretty sure I'm going to win this. I'm thinking already I'm playing Serbia. So, is there some learning points here? Is he going to put something on the floor? This extra game, in many ways, could be a real advantage for them. To have a look at the other teams and actually put some stuff on the floor.
Yeah, I can only agree, but I have to say as well that a whole second half looks like that the Swedish side knew that they are completely in control of this game, and they really slowed down their offense, their transition offense, and really was maybe trying to improve that 5-on-5 what they've been struggling so far in this tournament, because we can assume that when they progress into quarterfinals, they're going to face better teams with the better defenses, better tactics. Obviously, that's why they would progress there, and they might challenge them to have to play against 5-on-5 more. So who knows what was the coach commander's strategy for the second half, but if Latvia was flat like they were in this second half, why not to try and use some strategy for the stage of this tournament?
Oh, 17-point game, 3:20 to go. Gives Latvia the chance to organise the press and give Sweden a hard time to get it over just in time. And I mean just in time. I'm not sure if it actually was over in time, but it was close. Lindqvist weaves through the keyway, runs into bodies, doesn't get the drop. Going on, and it's to the 3, it's no good. And McGarrity's done a marvellous job again. Into the half court. Garrity baseline. Rumani takes that space away. Chance to run. Liaku gives it up. 3 is away. Is short. And they've had a night not to remember, Teresa, from the free-point line.
Yeah, absolutely. Shooting 16% against a team like Sweden at this stage of the tournament, that's definitely something they won't be proud of.
Just approaching the last 2 minutes. Sweden just trying to get over the line now. Well, she's had the game of the tournament for her. She only goes on to 14 points, but she spent a lot of time on the bench in the second half. Into the last 2 minutes, so substitutions to be made on baskets. Iliaku into the half court, looks to turn the corner. Elderbrink doesn't stop, as you said. She has an engine. And Sweden starting to empty the bench here. Alderson get a step out. Hamilton's going to get her first minutes of Eurobasket 2019. As is Vesterberg. Swedish fans have got a whole section and a half of yellow vests. They're going to stay on their feet, I think, for the last minute and a half here and just enjoy the moment. Yeah, we're having another look at, I'm not quite sure what. Oh, it's who touched the ball before it went out of bounds?
She didn't touch the ball.
Was the last touch of Eldenring? And the answer to that is yes.
Time.
Only Iliaku is in double digits for Latvia.
Yeah, so then for Latvia scoring 54 points, you probably won't win games unless you play such exceptional defense and keep the position under even bigger struggle.
I hope we get a replay of this because this is one of those things that, okay, where is the intent to play the ball when you put two hands in the back and push?
Yeah. And it's again, there was no way that she could even touch the ball of the offensive player.
Elverson is caused an unsportsmanlike foul trying to get post position, which is why we don't have to talk about it, but we do. Eldenring.
Yeah, again, Sweden playing time. They're playing that clock, 1.5 minutes to go.
Lloyd tries to turn the corner, they switch to defense. And that goes out of bounds, no one touched it. So, Dialaku is floated in, should be an easy two, is an easy two. 14-point game, 1:20 to go. Domi may have entered that bench a little quick. Eldenring gives it to Eldenring. That normally means things are sound for Sweden.
And again, we see a couple of minutes from Latvian team to put and raise the pressure, raise the intensity defensively, because defense brings you offense most of the time. But while we haven't seen it as much.
Free to Eldenring. Well, that tells you why everyone was so worried when she went down in that first half. Since she went down and she came back 21 points personal, Deliaku is fouled, she'll go to the free throw line. A good chance to add to her personal tally. Goes to 13 personal. And Iliaku's going to leave the floor. I hope she gets some recognition here because she absolutely deserves it. Eldenring and Lloyd combined, trying to just run this down. Everyone who has the yellow t-shirt on, bar about 3, is on their feet. Zhao, the heart and soul of this team, is orchestrating some celebrations on the bench. Because the Swedish national team tomorrow will be getting on a plane and going to Belgrade. And while they'll be having a ridiculously tough task to play against Serbia, it's a Serbian team that if they take them lightly, could absolutely regret that, any decision like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen quite tactical second half from the Swedish team. They have basically lost the second half against Latvia. only scoring this last one 18 points against 21 of Latvia, but what matters is that they do progress into the quarterfinals and have a couple days rest.
Oh, we're going to blow the whistle.
I think what's really important for Coach Gomez as well is that he really spread out the minutes within the whole roster. And I think all those players who have got the opportunity, which are not as usual leaders, I think they really rebounded it, because I think Sweden really showed us a great team performance today, even though we've seen a couple of outstanding performances as Frida Alderbrink, Lloyd, also Zawi had the moments as well, Drama, another one. So Swedish team has been really tough to guard today on the guard position, because whoever took that responsibility to be danger, they were.
While Sweden, with a phenomenal first half performance, retained and managed the game in the second half, and will go to Belgrade